Hey guys, this is Rocking3 bringing another live commentary, Forza 5. And what I wanted to show you, I wanted to do a follow-up. I did a video a while back and somebody had commented and asked about if I ever fixed my Shelby GT500 to make it a speed car. I at one point made an additional car just like this. It was my black and silver one, and it was a really good handling car. And then I made a video saying I was going to change my GT500 from a handling to a speed car. And just so you know, anytime you see a green car like that in my garage or anywhere near me, it's going to be a speed car. I make them all the same color so I know which car I'm actually grabbing, because I think they were both B class, B600 classes. So what I'm going to do is I put the AI, I'm doing a multiplayer private race, put the AI on unbeatable, and I went to the All the Mods class. This racetrack is where you need a car that goes very, very fast. You need to get to probably about 180, 185, 190 in B class. You can even get one that's about 200 miles an hour, but generally you give up a lot of handling for that. So what this car is going to be as fast as it can go, and I think it's about 185, 188, something like that. But I also retain some of the handling. When I'm done with this, I'm going to go through my settings for that, and then I'll also upload the tune in case you guys want to pick that up for some of these faster tracks, these long straightaways. So what I'm going to do is just show you that how competitive it is versus the AI at the B Class 600, and I'm going to start, back row, and show you that it's very competitive as a speed car. Because the nice thing is I can still handle too. Now the one thing I didn't do was put traction control on, and if anybody ever has a problem with these cars handling a little bit, you might want to throw traction control on. I don't usually use that. I'm kind of stubborn around that. But now you can see that the speed car accelerates very well. Got right up here with all these cars. And I should be able to pass a couple more of them. That Ferrari is a really fast, top speed car. So if he's with me at all, he might actually catch up with me a little bit. Ooh, that car is racing hard. Not sure if that's unbeatable or just crazy driving. So we're coming up on the straightaway here. Like I said, I like to keep some handling in the car, so I didn't get rid of it completely. The one thing we are lacking is tire compound, which is kind of disappointing, but you just run out of PI with these cars, so not a big deal. So here you'll see me walk past this BMW. I'm sorry, that was an Audi. And this car relatively gets into the 180s pretty quickly. Be interested to see if that Ferrari makes a run at us, because that Ferrari is actually about a 200 mile an hour car. Just gonna keep it down. The Audi's not exactly falling away either. Now generally when you play AI characters, they do actually have some upgrades on their cars, but they all put it in the speed. They don't do anything else. They don't put any handling on it. So generally AI can keep up with you in the straightaways. But the nice thing is this car, since it has a little bit of handling on it still, will actually outhandle those cars too. And outbrake, which is also nice. And I just did one lap on this because this race is a little bit long. You get bored doing 2 laps like this. And as you can see, I'm pouring it on now because I'm getting out of the turns faster and I still have really good acceleration. So maybe speed car isn't the best description of this car. Maybe acceleration with good top speed is maybe a more proper description of it. But the reason why I want to show you guys this, because if you're going to do some multiplayer racing, or if you want to take this to even career racing, you'll see that it gives you a really good advantage in the acceleration and you'll stay out front a lot more often than not because of your top speed and your acceleration. And by saving that little bit extra cornering ability, you can actually take this and go do some rivals with it as well. Again, traction control might be something that you might want to put on. Ooh, I hit a bump there. That was weird. With these fast accelerating cars, definitely you can see my gas pedal over there on the right side. Make sure you use it to your advantage by feathering it or upshifting this sooner so you don't spin the tires out so much. Again, traction control would really help that out a lot. So this won't be a super fast lap because it's the one that you start at the beginning of the race where you start from a dead stop. But as you can see, I can still handle with it too. And we won that race. So again, this is with the AI on an unbeatable level, so you can definitely take this car and beat those type of drivers pretty easily. Get the extra credits for the difficulty on the AIs. So what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to set it for 30 seconds. I'm going to go to my car and I'm going to show you the loadout from the tires all the way over to the gearing on it. As we watch the slowest menus ever. Getting up in there in drive level. I think 200 is the cap on that. Alright, so we'll go to the upgrade menu as soon as it's finished loading. Get out of the multiplayer. We'll go to tune upgrade. Alright, so from a parts perspective, real quick, I have both front and back aero on here. I have those two. I have the heaviest wheels that I could find, and looks like I have the full upgrade of the size of the tires, size of the rims. I was only able to get one of those for the rear, and then there's no upgrade for the front. And as I said in the video, all I have is stock tires, so unfortunately I wasn't able to upgrade those. But it still handles okay. I have race of all those. I have race of all these, and I did a full roll cage, and I did full weight reduction. I find that weight reduction really helps the handling of your car, even more so than some of the other things. And I did not add any power to it. And there's no engine swap this time, no aspiration swap. There just wasn't enough PI to play with in this particular one. So let's go to the tune car. And I usually keep my tires right around there, usually even. You could probably play this a little bit more. I had it at 370. You can see I topped out about 180. It says 184 on the left. You could probably play with that a little bit more and get your speed up a little bit more. Let's see if we raise it down here to 3.0. See if it goes up at all. Yeah, that might be about it. Put that back to my 370 for right now. I'll get that later. This is pretty much standard. -1, 0.1, -0.9. Good stability right here by putting this at 0, keeping those back tires even. And then the caster there. You could probably run these a little bit stiffer if you wanted to, but I like to play right here in the middle, and I could probably play those a little bit more. But the car's handling pretty well. This softness isn't too bad. You could probably go a little bit stiffer on that as well, maybe get to around 600. But this is really helping the car stay on the ground pretty well. This is one that I updated recently. I moved these up to a very stiff. I had these down to, I think, probably about 1/3 of the way. So I was probably around 4 with those as well. Brought those up to about 10. It's something overall I've been playing with on a lot of different cars. And then the bump stiffness, sometimes I even go down to 2, sometimes even down to the lowest at the 1.0. But I kept those a little bit stiffer just so the back end didn't bounce too much. I got my front, my rear arrow, I got them on 0. I got my brake differential 47 to 110%. I haven't dialed in the braking pressure on that yet, and I'm working on getting away from ABS as well, so I wasn't going to mess around with that too much. This is one that I had to move down quite a bit because of the horsepower. Have moved down to 10 and deceleration down to 15. And that really helped me out quite a bit by keeping it stable. Again, feel free to take this tune. I'm going to go ahead and, don't think I changed it, but save it real quick. I'll go ahead and put this tune out here real quick. And we'll call this Speed B. We'll say space and a B. Feel free to go ahead and upload that tune, download that tune, and give it a try. Let me know if you have any more questions about it. I have a couple other cars I'm going to be following up with here shortly. I'm going to be working on the Expo. I want to show you the configs on the Expo that I have out there. And then I had a request in for a D-Class Mini and a D-Class Kia Ceed. So I will work on those as well. Thanks a lot for listening, guys, and we'll catch you later.